So, imagine you drop a glass on the kitchen floor.
Oh, no.
Right. It shatters into like 100 pieces everywhere. What is the very first thing the voice in your head says?
That is a great question.
Because if you immediately call yourself stupid or, clumsy or foolish, you are definitely not alone.
Yeah, most of us do that.
We really do.
Ugh.
But you are also slowly destroying your own self-worth. So welcome to the Deep Dive on Tim's English channel.
Hello, everyone.
Today, we are unpacking exactly why we are so incredibly mean to ourselves and, well, how we can stop doing it.
It is so great to be here. We are exploring a topic today that affects, well, every single human being, how to build and protect your self-worth.
Exactly. And for those of you listening out there to practice your English, welcome. You are in a safe and comfortable space here.
Yes, absolutely.
We are going to speak a bit slowly today. We will use simple words. Remember, you can always turn on the subtitles if you need them.
And as a beginner, please do not worry if you do not understand every single word.
Right. Just relax.
Just relax, listen to the flow of the conversation, and let your brain soak it in. You do not need a dictionary to understand the human mind today.
I love that. Okay, let's unpack this. We throw the word self-worth around a lot, like all the time.
We really do.
But looking through our sources today, I realized most of us do not actually know what it means.
No, they don't.
We confuse it with being happy.
Yeah.
Or maybe being successful at our jobs.
We do. To figure out how to build self-worth, we must first understand exactly what the word means and, just as importantly, what it is not.
Okay, so let's break it down for our listener.
It is actually very simple. We just need to look at the two halves of the word, self and worth.
Right.
So self means you, the person you see in the mirror every morning, and worth means value or importance.
So it is your own value.
Exactly. Self-worth is the internal belief that you are a good person, that you deserve love, and you have value simply because you are a living human being.
Wow. Simply because you are human.
Yes. It has absolutely nothing to do with being rich, or being perfect, or being famous.
Which, sounds wonderful in theory.
Yes, in theory.
But in real life, holding on to that belief is incredibly difficult. I mean, children seem to have it naturally, right?
Oh, definitely. A young child will paint a terrible picture, just scribbles, and proudly show it to everyone.
Look what I made.
Exactly. But as adults, we lose that completely.
Why is that? Why do we lose the feeling that we are valuable?
Well, we lose it because we fall into what psychologists call the approval trap.
The approval trap. That sounds intense.
It is. You see, human beings are social creatures. Thousands of years ago, if your group did not like you, they would leave you behind in the wild.
Oh, wow. And you would not survive alone.
Exactly. You would die. So our brains are literally wired to care deeply about what other people think of us. We want their approval to survive.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So seeking approval, wanting people to like us, it isn't a modern mistake. It is like an ancient survival tool.
Precisely. But today, it becomes a trap. We are no longer living in small tribes in the woods.
No, we are on the internet.
Right. We are interacting with hundreds of people, including total strangers on social media.
Yeah.
So if your feeling of value comes from other people saying, oh, good job, or clicking a like button on your photo, you are in danger.
Because what happens when someone is angry with you?
Exactly. Or worse, what happens when they simply ignore you?
Sense of value crashes.
It drops to zero.
Right. If I need your applause to feel good about myself, then your silence makes me feel worthless. My feelings are entirely controlled by other people.
And that is a very exhausting way to live. Your self-worth goes up and down like a roller coaster.
Up and down, up and down.
Yes. Depending on the mood of the people around you, you have zero control.
So true self-worth means taking that control back.
Yes. It must come from inside you.
Okay, I am looking at our sources, and I keep getting tripped up on one specific thing.
What is that?
Well, society constantly tells us to be confident.
Yeah.
We need to speak confidently. We need to walk confidently.
Yes, confidence is highly praised.
So, wait, is self-worth just the same thing as being confident? Because they feel like the exact same thing to me.
That is such a great question. It is a very common point of confusion, but they are fundamentally different things.
Really? How so?
Confidence is about your skills. It requires evidence.
Evidence. Okay.
Yes. For example, if you practice driving a car every day for a year, you build evidence that you are a good driver.
Right. I know how to steer. I know how to brake.
Exactly. So you become confident in your ability to drive a car, or confident that you can cook a dinner.
So confidence is tied to what I can actually do. My actions.
Yes. But self-worth is about who you are. It requires absolutely zero evidence.
None at all.
None. It is the basic belief that you deserve basic love and respect regardless of your skills.
Oh, I see the difference now. That is a really powerful takeaway for our
It
listeners.
really is.
It is the difference between my skills failing and my actual humanity failing. Let's use a memorable example.
Okay, let's hear it.
Let's say I decide to cook a huge dinner for my friends. I might have a lot of confidence going in. I know I am a good cook.
Right, you have evidence.
Exactly. But let's say I get distracted. I leave the food in the oven for way too long. The food burns. Yeah, smoke fills the whole kitchen. The dinner is completely ruined. We have to order pizza.
So in that moment, your confidence as a cook will definitely drop because
Okay.
you failed at the specific task.
Right. My confidence takes a hit. But if I have strong self-worth, the burnt dinner just stops there. It is just a burnt dinner.
Exactly.
My internal voice just says, well, I made a mistake, but I am still a good, important person.
Yes. But if you have low self-worth, your brain attacks your identity.
Right. I would think, oh, I burned the dinner, therefore I'm a total failure, I am a terrible friend, and no one should like me.
That is the perfect way to explain it. Confidence is knowing you can cook. Self-worth is knowing that even if you burn the dinner, you are still worthy of love.
Wow. That is so clear. Confidence is fragile because, well, you cannot succeed at everything you do.
No, you will fail exams. You will make mistakes at work.
And if your value is attached to your success, every small mistake feels like a disaster.
Exactly. Self-worth is the safety net that catches you when your confidence falls.
I love that. The safety net. So if true self-worth is this internal safety net, why are so many of us walking around with giant holes in our nets?
That is the big question.
Right. Like, now that we know it shouldn't rely on our skills or other people's approval, why do we constantly lose it? What are the bad habits we do every day?
Well, let's look at the daily habits that hurt us. The primary habit destroying self-worth today is comparing ourselves to others.
Oh, yeah. Comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Absolutely. We constantly compare our normal, everyday lives to the lives of other people, and our modern environment makes this incredibly dangerous.
Because of social media.
Yes.
We look at our phones, we open an app, and we are just flooded with images of perfection.
Perfect bodies, perfect clothes, perfect vacations.
Right. And you think, I am not rich enough, or I am not beautiful enough. But we have to remind our listeners, social media is an illusion.
It is entirely fake.
It is just the best moments. The highlight reel is not real life. Nobody posts a picture of themselves crying over a stressful bill.
No, they only show the magic.
Yeah.
But we have to look at the brain mechanics here.
Okay, what does the brain do?
Your brain sees an image of a wealthy person on a beautiful beach. Logically, you might know it is a filtered, edited photograph. You know it is fake.
Right, my logical brain knows that.
But your emotional brain reacts differently. It processes the image as reality, and it immediately places you in a hierarchy.
A ranking system.
Yes, it says, they have more than I do, therefore, I am lower status. I am not enough.
Man, that is so tough on the brain. Which naturally leads directly to the second destructive habit we saw in the sources.
Negative self-talk.
Yes, saying mean things to yourself in your head.
Right. When we constantly feel like we are not enough because we are comparing ourselves online, we develop a very cruel internal voice.
This brings us right back to the broken glass analogy from the beginning of our deep dive today.
It does.
If you drop a glass, your brain might instantly yell, "You are so stupid and clumsy."
Yes, like an angry judge.
But if you think about it, that is just crazy. If a good friend dropped a glass of water in my kitchen, I would never call them stupid.
Never.
I would say, oh, do not worry. It was an accident. Let's clean it up together.
Exactly. You give your friends so much grace. You act with such kindness, but you act as your own worst enemy.
Why do we do that? Does calling myself stupid make me smarter?
No. In fact, science shows the exact opposite. When you use harsh negative self-talk, you trigger your brain's stress response.
Oh, so it physically affects you.
Yes, you flood your body with stress hormones. This makes you anxious, which actually makes you more likely to make another mistake.
So we are literally bullying ourselves.
Yes, and we have to stop. We must treat ourselves like a good friend.
That is such a massive shift in perspective. Okay, so we now recognize the bad habits. We know we have to stop comparing ourselves to internet illusions.
Right.
And we have to stop bullying ourselves.
Yeah.
But since we know these habits destroy our self-worth, how do we actively build it back up in a healthy way?
That is the most important part, the toolkit for building self-worth.
Yes. Let's open the toolkit. What is step one?
Step one is actually quite surprising. Keep small promises to yourself.
Keep small promises. I get keeping a promise to a friend.
Sure.
If I say I will pick them up from the train station, I must do it. But why does a promise to myself matter? Who cares if I break it?
Your brain cares.
Our brain cares.
Yes. A promise is simply doing what you say you will do. Think of your self-worth as a bank account of trust.
Okay, a trust bank account.
Every time you say you are going to do something and then you actually do it, you make a deposit into that account.
Oh, I see.
You build trust with yourself. You teach your brain that your goals matter.
So if I promise to drink a glass of water every morning.
Yes, and you do it, your brain registers that you are reliable. Or if you promise to study English for 10 minutes today, you must do it.
Right, because if I wake up and I just look at my phone instead and I skip the studying.
Then you make a withdrawal from your trust account. You lied to yourself.
And if you constantly break those promises, your brain stops believing you. It learns that your goals are not important.
And if your goals are not important, you feel unimportant.
Wow. But the key word here is small, right? We don't need to promise to run a marathon tomorrow.
No, huge promises often lead to failure, which just hurts you more. Small, consistent actions prove to your brain that you are worthy of your own time.
I love that. Worthy of your own time.
Yeah.
Which naturally brings us to the next big step in the toolkit. Step 2, learn to say no.
Saying no is incredibly difficult for people who struggle with self-worth.
Yes, because many people are what we call people pleasers.
Exactly.
They always say yes, even when they don't want to. Like, hey, can you help me move heavy furniture on Saturday?
Yes.
Can you stay at the office and work late again?
Yes. They do it because they are back in the approval trap. They fear the other person will be angry if they say no.
But wait, isn't telling people to say no just going to make them selfish?
Not at all. There is a huge difference between being selfish and having boundaries.
Boundaries, that is a good word.
Yes, saying no simply protects your own energy. It is a way of respecting yourself.
So when I am totally exhausted and a friend asks for a huge favor and I say no,
you are telling your brain, my rest is valuable, my needs matter. You cannot build self-worth if your actions prove that everyone else's time is more important than yours.
that makes perfect sense. Okay, step 3 in the toolkit. Celebrate small wins.
Yes, this is crucial. People often wait for huge life events to feel proud of themselves.
Like getting a new job or buying a house.
Right, they wait years for those things, and they starve their brain of motivation in the meantime.
So we shouldn't wait. We need to find things to be proud of today.
Exactly. Train your brain to recognize small victories.
Actually, let me point out a real-time small win for the listener right now.
Oh, please do.
If you are listening right now and you understood this English deep dive today, that is a massive win.
It absolutely is.
You are learning and growing. You should feel genuinely proud of that right this very second.
Yes, celebrating that win gives your brain the positive energy it needs to keep going tomorrow.
That is awesome. Okay, so protecting our energy by saying no naturally leads us to looking at the people who surround us every day.
Yes, we have to look at our environment.
Our friendships.
Evaluating friendships is so important. Psychologists talk about emotional contagion.
Meaning we catch emotions like we catch a cold.
Exactly. We absorb the attitudes of the people around us. If you have friends who make jokes about you or constantly make you feel small,
then they are actively destroying your self-worth.
yes, even if you are practicing positive self-talk, a mean friend will tear down your work faster than you can build it.
I think a lot of people tolerate mean friends because they are just afraid of being alone.
They are, but it is absolutely okay, and in fact, it is necessary to walk away from mean people.
You have to find friends who say, hey, I am proud of you.
Yes, you must protect your peace.
Now, changing all these habits, it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight.
No, it takes a lot of patience.
I want to share the garden metaphor from our sources to explain this.
Oh, the garden metaphor is beautiful. Please share it.
So, building self-worth is like growing a garden. You cannot just plant a seed today and expect to eat a tomato tomorrow.
No, you would be very hungry.
Right. You have to plant the seeds, you have to water them, and then you wait.
You wait and you tend to it.
Exactly. Even when the weather is bad and the little plants look sad and small, you just keep trying. If you keep watering them, the garden will eventually grow.
That is a brilliant way to think about being patient with yourself. Changing the way your brain works takes time. Just keep watering the garden.
Keep watering the garden. I love that. Okay, before we finish our deep dive today, we want to lock in the learning for you.
Yes, let's review.
We want to review the most important English words used in today's discussion.
Yes?
So let's take a quick vocabulary word tour.
This is a great idea.
Word number 1 is our main topic today.
Self-worth.
Self-worth, the feeling that you are important simply because you exist.
Let's hear an example sentence.
Okay, she has strong self-worth, so she does not let mean comments hurt her.
Perfect. Word number 2 is confidence.
Confidence. This is feeling sure about your abilities. It is about what you can do.
Right, like cooking or driving. Example sentence.
He has a lot of confidence when he speaks English.
Awesome. Word number 3 is compare.
Compare. Looking at two things to see how they are different.
Like looking at social media.
Exactly. Example, please do not compare yourself to people on the internet.
Very good advice. And finally, word number 4 is promise.
Promise. Saying you will definitely do something.
Right, like a deposit in the trust bank.
Yes. Example, I made a promise to read one book every month, and I am doing it.
Excellent. Well, those are powerful words to remember.
So as we wrap up today, what is the core takeaway for our listeners? If you remember only one thing, let it be this. Your worth does not come from what you do. It comes from who you are.
That is the truth.
We really hope that you feel a little stronger and a little kinder to yourself today.
Yes, be kind to yourself. You deserve it.
And if this deep dive helped you practice your English today, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Yes, please do.
It helps us so much so we can keep making these free English lessons for you on Tim's English channel.
Before we say goodbye, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder.
Okay, a final provocative thought. Let's hear it.
Imagine how much kinder the whole world would be if every single person started treating themselves exactly like their own best friend.
Wow. If everyone felt safe inside their own head.
Exactly. How much less anger would there be?
That is a beautiful thought. And building on that idea, we want to spark some discussion in the comments. We want to hear from you.
Yes, we love reading your comments.
So here's our final guiding question for you today. What is one small promise you will make to yourself today?
Just one small thing.
Will you promise to drink water? Will you promise to speak kindly to yourself if you drop a glass? Tell us in the comments below.
It is a great way to practice writing in English, too.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us. Keep listening, keep learning, and remember that you are doing a great job.
You really are. Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time.